Time for another Wildcat All In with Weber State quarterback Kylan Weisser. I'm Paul Grua. Kylan, we're great to have the opportunity to get to speak with you, get to know you a little bit more as we get ready for another football season.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
It's hard to believe, but it's your 6th year and you're still a junior. You've been through a lot here in this program, but what does it feel like now that a new season's coming and you're the starting quarterback?
It's very exciting. We got a lot of great guys on the team, really good opportunities this year with some tougher games, and great coaching staff and a fantastic new head coach, Coach Mental.
Good. So you've had to have some patience, obviously, right, being here, as most people do, most players do, right? But you've been through a lot in 6 years. You've been through injuries, you've been through a limited playing time a little bit, and now here you are. How does, looking back on that, how does that make you feel that you've paid so much to get to this point? Well,
it's rewarding to finally be in the spot that I'm in. I'm happy that I went through everything that I did. Everything led to the road that I'm on now. It's just exciting to be where we're at.
Yeah. 2 years ago, you had you started a few games and then got an injury against Cal Poly. Missed that season. That set you back even more. What was that process like?
Yeah, it was tough. So in the Cal Poly game, I broke my leg. I got surgery the following week, a couple days later, and it was tough just not being with the guys, but to travel anyways. But injuries teach you things in the classroom that you don't really understand when you have the ability to play. So it helped me in a lot of different ways, and every away game, I was sitting on the couch with my leg propped up with the play sheet in front of me, trying to guess what coach was going to call. So it was tough, but it was good to have that other side of it.
Different perspective.
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
For sure. So after last season, in which you played a few games, but you decided to enter the transfer portal. And then here you are, you came back,
yes,
obviously.
Sir.
So first of all, what was the decision like, and what was the process like, and then why the decision to come back?
So the decision to go in was I talked to my family about it, and I went in and talked to Coach Hill actually the day before he announced that he was leaving, which kind of made sense that he asked me to wait a couple days so I could talk to somebody else about it. But it was a really, really hard decision, and one that I definitely did not want to make. I just felt that the coaching staff here had made a decision to go with Bronson at the time, and we had the same amount of years left, eligibility-wise. So, and I wouldn't be the competitor that I am and the guy that they want on the field if I didn't think I was the better quarterback. And that's he's a great, fantastic person, good kid. But I just wanted to play football, to be honest with you. And I thought that there would be an opportunity somewhere else. But I told Coach Mental at the time when I left, if he wants me back, I'll take my name out as soon as he says anything. So that happened. I mean, I went through a long process, made a couple visits, had a couple different offers, but as soon as Bronson ended up transferring as well, and then as soon as Coach Mental called me back, I took my name out, called all the other coaches, and told them thank you.
And you're back as a Wildcat.
Yes,
That's
sir.
great. We're glad to have you. Have you always played football growing up? Did you always play football?
Yeah, I started playing tackle football when I was 6. I never did any flag.
Wow, right to tackle.
Yeah, right to tackle. It was a rough first year. I was a third string nose guard and defensive tackle, and by the end of the year I got a little bit of playing time. But I played since I was 6, and we played pretty much every season, every season. So we had 3 or 4 seasons a year, and then all the way through high school. So, and I actually did play both sides of the ball.
Okay.
Yeah.
But when did the quarterback develop, or did you always want to do that?
Yeah. So the second year of football, I actually was thinking about not going back. Being a kid and it being tough, and I played with kids that were 2 years older than me. I didn't have the most fun. And then Coach Uribe was one of my coaches as a kid, and one of my dad's really good friends. He called and said, "Hey, we need a quarterback." And my dad played quarterback in high school, and that's what he wanted for me too. So he said, "Yeah, we'll give it a try." He asked me, and I said yes. And that was actually the first year that the Patriots, we were called everyone undefeated. No credit to me. I only threw 1 touchdown pass the whole year, but that kind of struck a string, and from there was history.
That's funny. When you're playing quarterback now, what is you're like the signal caller on the field, obviously, and the leader on the field. What do you like most about that position of playing quarterback?
My favorite thing in the world is the athletes that I have around me, because all I have to do is get the ball to them somehow, and then they make the greatest plays in the world, and somehow I get credit for it. I mean, it's fantastic. They call it a team sport for a reason. We have a great offensive line this year, fantastic running backs, receivers, tight ends. I just love being out there on the field. I guess I would say probably my favorite part is being able to help the team in a positive way.
Yeah, for sure. Growing up, you lived in the Phoenix area your whole life, but you moved a lot. It sounds like, right? You moved several times.
Yeah, about 11 or 12 since I was born in Phoenix. And then a couple times during college as well that I went home and helped move with. So.
So you moved around. Now, as your 6th year now as a junior, but you've been very busy not only on the field but in the classroom. 2 degrees, 2 bachelor's degrees, and now starting a master's program. Take us through that. Tell the fans what you've been doing.
Yeah, so coming in, I did a lot of math or actually all my math and most of my English in high school. So the first year they kind of just threw me into accounting. And so I had a rough start because I wasn't prepared for the college life. But once I got locked in, things went a little bit smoother. I ended up finishing my business administration degree on time. I graduated in the spring of 22 with that degree. And then in the spring, or actually that summer, I tried to apply for the MBA, and I actually ended up getting denied the first time. And so I started my second degree in professional sales because it was the least amount of classes I had to take for another degree. And then I ended up, I think it was magna cum laude or summa cum laude. So I got all A's except for I got a B plus in one class. And I finished that second degree in the spring of 23 this year. And then this summer I did get accepted into the master's program. Start my first class today.
Now in right as you start football too. So
yes, sir.
That's exciting. Well, congratulations there. That's a lot of hard work too. What was your recruitment process like out of high school?
It was fantastic. The coaches came to the school probably 3 or 4 times, and about the same amount came to the house and had dinner with us and talked over things. At the time, it was Coach Hill, Coach Schramm, and then a couple other coaches, including Kelly Bills, one of my close friends. Now after being done with football, but it was fantastic. They showed a lot of love. They supported me. They sent me letters and text messages before games and stuff. So it was awesome. Coach Myers actually was the #1 recruiter. Sorry, almost left him out. He was the one that actually introduced me to Weber State.
Sure. So what did you know about Weber State, and how many other offers did you have?
Absolutely nothing. When I got pulled out of class, they said, "Hey, coach from Weber State's here to see it," and I went, "What's Weber State?" And then that's when I got to meet Coach Myers, who ended up coming over to the house a couple times and is really good friends with my family and my parents. I didn't know anything, but he walked me through it, and I found out, hey, this is a winning program. They're on the up and up. And from then on, it was just, I got my official visit, and we did an unofficial visit. I got to see the campus. I got to fall in love with the campus and the lifestyle and the coaches and the players. So it was really awesome.
Did you have a lot of other offers out of college?
Oh, sorry. High school? I had, I think, 3 or 4 other ones. I had Idaho, NAU, a couple of D2 schools, and then a couple of with the Ivy League schools as well. Yeah,
okay.
So.
Awesome. Well, and now you're here at Weber State. We're glad to have you. Let's get to know you a little bit more with a couple other questions. What's your favorite food?
Ooh, you asked me that before we started, and I didn't even think about it. I'd probably have to say teppanyaki.
Okay.
We love me and my girlfriend love going down to Tokyo Station. That's one of the best meals.
Are you a cook? Do you like to cook?
I do. I love to cook. I'm not the best at it, but I do. I watch recipes on YouTube all the time and follow the directions. So it's one of my many passions.
Awesome. How about a favorite sports team or athlete?
Cardinals, unfortunately, this year in the last couple of years. No, I love the Cardinals. Going to some games with my dad growing up. I love the Diamondbacks too. Not a lot of people are fans of watching baseball. I'm not when it's on TV, but going to games is fantastic. I did play baseball as a kid as well. So, and then probably favorite player, there's 2 reasons I wear number 11, my grandma and Larry Fitzgerald.
There you go.
For the Cardinals, so yeah.
There you go. Interesting. Do you have a favorite quarterback, though, that you've like to watch?
I've had a few different favorite quarterbacks, but when people ask me that now, one of the ones that comes to mind is Drew Brees. I know that's not one of the top guys that a lot of people like to talk about, but he's had fantastic seasons with great stats. And I actually, when I was younger, I watched him in one of the videos on YouTube about accuracy, where they put something in the tip of a football, and from 10 yards away on a dartboard, he missed one time from the bullseye. Wow. So just stuff like that. He's a fantastic guy too.
Absolutely. Dream vacation, place you'd love to go.
Middle of nowhere in Montana.
Okay. What would you do there?
Whatever I want. Cook on a fire, go fishing, hunting.
You love to hunt and fish, right?
I do. I love to hunt and fish, yeah. Just relax, drink coffee in the morning on the porch, watching the sunrise. I'm a very simple man.
Perfect. Well, what's one thing that maybe people don't know about you?
A lot of my friends know, but one thing that a lot of people, I think outside of friends and family don't know is that I play the guitar. It's one of my passions. Again, I'm not very good at it, but Zach Bryan is one of the guys that I like to imitate a lot. He just released a new album, so I've been working on a couple of those songs. I do like to sing, but that's pretty awful.
Okay. Well, how about next time we get you to play the guitar? That'd be fun. Yeah, we'll do a video there too.
We can try it.
Well, Kylan, we're so excited for another year. Can't wait for football to get started. I'm sure you are totally ready after fall camp just to get playing and look forward to this season.
Yes,
Thanks
sir,
for
very
joining
much.
us.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Go Weber State.